sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. To throw is Fields. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Raiders much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, it's Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because
they're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Here's the option. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Ten 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Jacobs diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Raiders 17, Bears nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And this one too low.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Fields. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, He kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Point after here coming up. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Raiders 24, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 29, Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Fields throwing again. He'll dump this off to Akers. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Out of the gun, Fields. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Fields. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 92 yards. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there. Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Fields. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Fields on 3rd down. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Hey, check back 11.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you were.
And now the rookie's free. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working.
Touchdown, Chicago! For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart. Extra point attempt here still to come. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good. I
always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Quit talking about it.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. Back to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Watch twist. Check it backer.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Too fast, baby.
3-quarter. Have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 16. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check Michael Allen. Watch the screen.
2nd and long. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the